Guys, it's Mrs. Consoliver again. Bedtime stories. Yay. The Tale of Two Bad Mice. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see what lesson we're going to learn today. Let's see. Here we go. All right. I think that I'm going to put it in here. Is it too bright? Probably. Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful doll's house. It was red brick with white windows, and it had real muslin curtains and a front door and a chimney. Take a look at that, the house. It's pretty nice, huh? It belonged to two dolls called Lucinda and Jane. At least it belonged to Lucinda, but she never ordered meals. Jane was the cook, but she never did any cook because the dinner had been bought ready made in a box full of shavings. Hmm. Connection? I'm not good. I'm not a really good cook, but I know how to do a lot of food from the country that I'm from. And unfortunately, here they don't have a lot of the spices and a lot of the things. But I'm learning now how to make American food. Yay! And in this 3 weeks, that's what I'm doing now. Let's see. There were two red lobsters and a ham. Ooh, that's a fancy meal. A fish, a pudding, and some pears and oranges. They would not come off the plates, but they were extremely beautiful. On one morning, Lucinda and Jane had gone out for a drive in the doll's perambulator. There was no one in the nursery, and it was very quiet. Let's see. Presently, there was a little scuffling, scratching noise in a corner. I don't know if you guys can see this thing. It's just like going off and on. Scratching noise in a corner near the fireplace, where there was a hole under the skirting board. Tom Thumb put out his head for a moment and then popped it in again. Tom Thumb was a mouse. Take a look at the mouse. Ooh, do you think the mouse is going to eat that food? What do you think is going to happen? A minute afterwards, Hunca Munca, his wife, put her head out too. And when she saw there was no one in the nursery, she ventured out on the oilcloth under the coal box. The doll's house stood at the other side of the fireplace. Tum Thumb and Hunca Munca went cautiously across the hearthrug. I'm sorry. They pushed the front door. It was not fast. Tom Thumb and Hunca Munca went upstairs and peeped into the dining room. They squeaked with joy. Such a lovely dinner was laid out upon the table. There were tin spoons and lead knives and forks and two dolls' chairs, all so convenient. Oh my gosh, do you think they're gonna get it? Let's make a prediction. And because we can visualize too, we have some pictures in here, but let's predict. Do you think they're going to get it? Do you think they're going to go for the food? I think so. I'm not sure. Tom Thumb set to work at once to carve the ham. It was beautiful, beautiful, shiny yellow striped with red. The knife crumpled up and hurt him. He put his finger in his mouth. It is not boiled enough. It is hard. You have a try, Hunca Munca. Hmm. Hunca Munca stood up in her chair and chopped up the ham with another lead knife. So they did get the food. Huh? It is it is as hard as the ham, says the cheesemonger, said Hunca Munca. The ham broke off the plate with a jerk and rolled under the table. Let it alone, said Tum Thumb. Give me some fish, Hunca Munca. It seems like they're getting all the food that is in there. Hunca Munca tried every tin spoon in turn. The fish was glued to the dish. Then Tom Thumb lost his temper. He put the ham in the middle of the floor and hit it with the tongs and with the shovel. Bam, bam, smash, smash. The ham flew all into pieces, for underneath the shiny paint, it was made of nothing but plaster. Do you see this sensory details? Like, remember when we learned at the beginning of the year what sensory details are? I see, I hear, I smell, I taste, remember? So, right now, what sensory details are being said in this page? How about the smash, smash, bam, bam? That is a, right? I'm hearing something, right? The hear sense, the hearing sense. Then there was no end on the rage of in disappointment of Tom Thump and Hunca Munca. They broke up the pudding, the lobster, the pears, and the oranges. Really naughty mice, huh? As the fish would not come off the plate, they put it into the red hot crinky paper fire in the kitchen, but it would not burn either. Tom Thumb went up the kitchen chimney and looked out at the top. There was no suit. While Tom Thumb was up the chimney, Hunca Munca had another disappointment. She found some tiny canister upon the dresser, labeled rice, coffee, or sago, but when she turned them upside down, there was nothing inside except red and blue beads. Take a look at that. I think it's this side. Sorry, guys. Then those mice set to work to do all the mischief they could, especially Tom Thump. They took Jane's clothes out of the chest of drawers in her bedroom, and he threw them out of the top floor window. But Hunca Munca had a frugal mind. Frugal means like really mean, like really crazy mind, like mischievous. After pulling half the feathers out of Lucinda's bolster, she remembered that she herself was in want of a feather bed. Look at that. Those mice are naughty. They don't have integrity, huh? They're doing all these things because no one is in there. With Tom Thumb's assistance, she carried the blaster downstairs and across the hearthrug. It was difficult to squeeze the blaster into the mouse hole, but they managed it somehow. Then Hunca Munca went back and fetched a chair, a bookcase, a birdcage, and several small odds and ends. The bookcase and the birdcage refused to go into the mouse hole. Yikes. Wonder what they're doing. Hunca Munca left them behind the coal box and went to fetch a cradle. Hunca Munca was just returning with another chair when suddenly there was a noise of talking outside upon the landing. The mice rushed back to their hole and the dolls came into the nursery. Look at the mice. They're just crazy, huh? What a sight met the eyes of Jane and Lucinda. Lucinda sat upon the upset kitchen stove and stared, and Jane leaned against the kitchen dresser and smiled, but neither of them made any remark. The bookcase and the birdcage were rescued from under the coal box, but Hunca Munca has got the cradle and some of Lucinda's clothes. She also has some useful pots and pans and several other things. The little girl that the doll's house belonged to said, I will get a doll dressed like a policeman. But the nurse said, I will set a mouse trap. Oh my gosh. So that is the story of the two bad mice. But they were not so very, very naughty after all, because Tom Thumb paid for everything he broke. He found a crooked sixpence under the hearthrug, and upon Christmas Eve, he and Hunca Munca stuffed it into one of the stocking of Lucinda and Jane. And very early every morning, before anybody is awake, Hunca Munca comes with her dustpan and her broom to sweep the dolly's house. All right, so let's think. What did we learn about this story? First off, you have to have integrity. Those mice were doing a lot of naughty things because no one was in the house, right? That was not nice. They didn't have integrity. Remember, having integrity means to do what is right when no one is looking, right? And I tell you that, right? That is my theme for all the school year. You have to have integrity. You will get really good benefits, really good rewards when you have integrity. Be truthful to yourself and to others. The other theme, what do you think is going to be the other theme? I know what it is. Let's see. I tell you, right, that sometimes we can mess up. We always mess up. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect, and you know that. I mess up all the time. I even say sorry to you guys when I mess up. But and I think that these two, they were very brave to actually realize that what they were doing was wrong. So they said they said that they were sorry and they were trying to pay their debt for what they did wrong in a good way. So always remember, you're not perfect. You're going to mess up, and that's okay if you're going to mess up. We're humans, and that's what we are. That's who we are. We learn every single day from our mistakes. And I want you guys to remember that. But also remember, you make a mistake, but you also need to have a solution to fix that mistake. Okay? Not just don't think, okay, I made a mistake and that's it. No, you got to think of a solution about it. All right? Remember, hashtag you're awesome. Hashtag your teacher loves you. Mwah. See you later and have a good night. Do you want to say bye bye, Isaac? Do you want to say bye bye? Say bye bye. Do you want to say bye bye? Do you want to say bye bye, Isaac? Do you want to say bye bye? Say bye bye. All right, bye bye, guys.